Dear my beloved audiences, today I want to tell you a story which is called Kivu, the jungle dog of Congo. Deep in the eastern heart of the Democratic Republic of Congo, near the dense rainforests of the Kahuzi-Biega National Park, lived a dog named Kivu. Named after the Great Lake Kivu nearby. He was a strong, black and brown mongrel with intelligent amber eyes and a tail that curled like a question mark. Kivu was not a pet. He was a survivor, a jungle dog, born of the forest and raised among the sounds of drums, birds, and distant thunder. Kivu had grown up near a small village on the forest's edge, where rangers lived with their families, working to protect endangered gorillas from poachers. Though wild in spirit, Kivu had bonded with a young boy named Moise, the son of a ranger. Moise was quiet, often found drawing animals in the dirt or wandering barefoot through the forest trails. He never owned Kivu, but the two were inseparable from the day they met. Kivu would wait for Moise outside the school hut each day, walk him home, and sleep beneath his window. At night, they would listen to the forest together, the chirping, the howling, the heartbeat of the Congo. One morning, as the sun pushed golden rays through the trees, Moise's father returned from patrol with grim news. "There are traps again," he said. "Steel ones, near the gorilla paths." The village knew what this meant. Poachers had returned. Kivu seemed to sense the tension. That night, he stood alert, ears twitching, growling at the trees. A few days later, Moise and his father went into the forest together, not for play, but for patrol. Moise, though only 11, knew the forest as well as any adult. Kivu followed close behind. Hours passed as they searched the dense underbrush, cutting through vines and marking trees. Then Kivu stopped. He sniffed the ground, circled a patch of ferns, and barked, low and urgent. Moise and his father moved closer. Hidden beneath the leaves was a crude snare, sharp, rusted, and dangerous. Nearby, a trail of blood led deeper into the woods. They followed it cautiously and found a young gorilla caught in another trap. It was injured, its leg twisted painfully, eyes wide with fear. Kivu stayed back, sensing the animal's pain, but didn't bark. Instead, he lay down, calm and still, as if to show there was no danger. Moise's father worked quickly, cutting the trap and treating the wound. Kivu watched everything. That night, back at the village, Kivu didn't sleep. He paced restlessly, then suddenly took off into the forest. Moise called after him, but Kivu didn't return. Hours passed. Then a gunshot echoed from the forest. The rangers rushed out with flashlights and rifles. Moise followed, heart pounding. They found a campsite, abandoned in a hurry. A fire still burned low, and near were empty cans, footprints, and a broken box of steel snares. But most incredible of all, Kivu was there, injured but alive, guarding the area. He had tracked the poachers and barked loud enough to scare them off before the rangers arrived. "He saved the gorillas," Moise whispered. Kivu limped home that night, carried by Moise himself. The whole village welcomed him like a hero. The chief of the rangers even gave him a special collar made from recycled brass, engraved with the words, "Mbot Muvendimwe," hello, friend in Lingala. But Kivu's bravery didn't end there. Weeks later, heavy rains struck the region. Rivers overflowed. Mudslides fell from the hills. In the middle of the night, a section of the village began to collapse under the flooding. Houses crumbled, and people shouted in the dark. Moise and his family awoke to water rushing under their door. Then, the roof cracked. Kivu barked louder than ever before, racing back and forth. He jumped onto Moise's bed, pulling at the sheets with his teeth, leading them to the window. That's how they escaped. Not through the door, but out the back on a higher ground. Others weren't so lucky. But that night, Kivu helped lead villagers through the chaos, guiding them towards safety. He never left Moise's side. In the days that followed, the village began rebuilding. Aid came, and the forest dried. But something had changed. Kivu was older now. He walked slower. He spent more time lying in the sun than running through trees. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the rainforest canopy and the air turned golden, Kivu lay under Moise's feet, watching the fireflies rise. "You're my best friend," Moise whispered. Kivu wagged his tail once, gently. A few days later, Kivu passed away quietly in his sleep, surrounded by the people he had protected, in the village he had loved, in the jungle that had raised him. They buried him under a large tree near the edge of the forest, where the gorillas sometimes passed. Moise carved a wooden marker that read, Kivu, protector of the forest, friend of the people. And sometimes, when the jungle is quiet and the wind rustles the trees just right, the villagers say you can hear the faint bark of a brave dog echoing through the forest, reminding them that loyalty runs deeper than blood, and even a dog can be a guardian of something greater. If you like this video, please leave a like and a subscribe. It will really help our channel grow. But if you don't like it, then just skip it and don't forget to check out our other videos. Thank you very much and goodbye.